Howdy y'all, thank you for joining us today for this unboxing of a Kickstarter I just got in. And as you can tell, it is a big box. And it is Uprising, Curse of the Last Emperor. It is supposed to be a 4X co-op game. I've heard it's really hard. There's really not much to show you as they don't have anything here on the back. I mean, ages 14 plus is what we know. Pretty sure it was 4 players. I guess we'll see if it shows on the rulebook. But it just don't really show anything, as you can see here. But we're going to unbox this, see everything that's inside of it. I've heard it's a very hard game. And then we have also the Arch Nemesis expansion we'll unbox here, along with this little packet of cards that came with it, which says it is a little item pack. And then just some extra dice that I got. But it was I went with the big all-in on the Kickstarter, so we're going to see everything that's inside of it. All right, let's go ahead and bust this open, see what's inside. It is a fairly heavy box, but I mean, I've had heavier board games. All right. Oh, well. There it goes. All right. Little warning there. Lets me know could be a choking hazard. All right, we got some cardboard punches here. And I'm assuming these are the tiles that'll lay down to be explored. As they do say, unexplored on the back. And I guess the little symbol, I'm assuming, is going to be stuff you could possibly find there. Does look like they punch fairly easily here. Along with, I'm assuming these are resources. Maybe animals, crystals, power, I don't know. But, got some more punch outs here for some more lands. One of these is different, the capital and then Uprising in the capital. So maybe, I'm assuming capital is going to be the starting spot most likely. And then we can see these are all unexplored. Oh, I did notice that one was different. The unexplored sea tower. There was 2 of them on that one actually. Well, right now it does look like, well, I was about to say a ton of different tiles, but guess not. Now I notice these have different backs also. I'm assuming these are probably actually the starting ones. There's probably a capital city, and these are probably the starting for whichever faction you're playing or character. Then we have the board here. Let's see if I can open up the board, give you a good look at the whole entire board. Oh, it's several boards. Haha. So we got this one. Imperial Graveyard, Chaos Graveyard. It's got Legion's deck and Horde's deck. That's just a little 2 fold-out board. I was thinking it was going to be a huge board whenever I grabbed it just because. But, I mean, these are pretty big. As you can see, it's almost about as big as a playmat. Chapter 1 through 4. Quests. Chapter track. And then this feels like, I was thinking it was going to be a multi fold out, but it looks like a 4-segment board. You can see there, it's got the victory points as I have it upside down. But it's got the victory points that go around the outside, then around the outside, along with terrain, skeletons, and garrisons. And then it's got those on each side. All right. Let's get back into the box here. Looks like we got 2, well, it's like, looks like a player aid, 2 of them for placing an activation, and combat sequences. Oh, I was about to say, I don't know if this is a rule book, but it is a rule book. Kind of interesting. They went with like a spiral. Nice take on it. I do prefer the spiral one to where we're not, to where you can, I don't know how many times I always open up to a page and basically fold it like that and then end up bending my rule book. This is nice to go to a spiral, to have it open to a section maybe I am needing open at the time or whatnot. But we had the introduction of objectives. Got the setup here. Build the map. Then we have the game concepts and things you should know. Chapters and phases. All in all, it looks like a very thick rule book, but it does look like it's laid out pretty nice. I even noticed on the first page, I guess I should have drawn attention to it, that it had a table of contents so that you can hopefully go straight to where you need to go. And there's winning the game in the scoring phase. Then we get into combat. And I'm assuming there is a lot of combat in this. I mean, it is a 4X game. You need to exterminate. So, druids and god powers. The nemesis. Because from what I understand, it is a 4X game, but it is a co-op 4X game. So, this is the game going against you. So, they have a lot of rules there on how the game reacts, I guess. And then we even have an index, which is always nice when you have something this thick, because we're looking at 58 pages here. And then icons and cards. But pretty cool. Nice little spiral rulebook. Then we got, for some reason, a different punch out here. With a tile all by itself. Not sure if that's a promo or if it's just extras to the game. Alright, so we have 4 player boards. I was thinking it was 4 players, so we got 4 player boards here. And as you can see, this one has the Sword Sisters, Sons of the Bow, Beastmasters, Rangers. Here we have Younglings, Spear Singers, Oathsworn, and Koloth. Then we have the Tribesmen, the Deadeyes, the Vargs, and Trolls. Oh, I guess I could have just gone on the back. The Crow, Forgotten Guardians. Yep, let's go back to these ones that I did not flip over. The Durkar. And then this one is the Drune. I guess basically looks like Drow to me, but... And as you can see here, we got Sellswords, Hunters, Berserkers, Slavers, the Moyar, the Fallen Invaders, just because of the Sellswords and Hunters. Looks like the faction I might want to play. And then it looks like we have a tray. Probably needs to be set up a little bit, but it does look like one for each faction. And these just look like the standees for the plastic standees. Or the bases, I should say, for the plastic standees. Oh, I was going to try to get it in my hand, and instead I'm just throwing it on the ground, on the thing here. But as you can see, they're nice resin with the detail, and then it even shows you get a few of those. And then we got this one, which I think they're the same back and front. Just kind of show you some of these here. There's 2 of those. We've already seen that one, seen that one, seen that one. And I'm assuming these are maybe particular heroes within each faction. Yanni. We saw that, the little elephant man. Yep, we already saw that one. So pretty cool. And you can kind of see here, if I dump this into the tray here. But faction components, and then there's going to be a section to put their actual feat cards in. So nice little tray here. To where you just hand somebody their tray for the faction they're playing. We'll go through each of these, just kind of look at. We already know it's the bases, but the different characters or units. So we saw the red one there. There's the white unit, or the white cube unit, I'm assuming. That's how I'm going to look at them. Those are both white. Oh, we already saw the red unit. Red unit. Ah, the orange unit's new. Oh. Orange unit there. Orange, white, orange, orange. And then looks like each of them has 2 heroes. Red faction, looks like little warg riders. Got the orange there. So it looks like they each got like 3 units. No, it looks like 4 different units, because here's a white one. Or white cube, as I was calling them. And then the 2 heroes. That. And then the red cube. We've seen white cube, red cube. Orange cube. Purple cube. And those all look the same, yep, other than the 2 heroes. All right. So that should be all each of the faction trays. I have another tray here for the resources. It does say resource box, and I kind of figured just because of how many there were, those had to be resources. Once we punch them. Got another resource box here. It's like little... Oh, these all look the same, just different colors. They look like little, I don't know, cityscapes, so maybe cities. And they're in the player colors, so maybe for the players. Other than that, another resource box. Oh, maybe this is one big tray. I was thinking it might be smaller. Oh no, they're 2 smaller trays. All right. This looks like it might be the bad guys, because it does say on here, oh, it's going to be hard to make out, but it does say on here like threat trackers, activation tokens, targets, walls and towers. Right here it's curses, skeletons, hordes, garrisons, legions. So... Alright. Try to show you these different ones. That was a purple X. Here's a reddish cube. Oh. Seems like that's what all these are. I'm seeing if I see any that are different. Nope. Those were all the same. These all have names on them, so I'm assuming these are the big baddies. We got the bloodworm, the siren, Oda the fallen, the false messiah, the banished, the Lich Queen, the Coven of Yasat, and the Counter of Omens. Alright, kind of cool looking. These look like, oh, here's some, looks like maybe some more big baddies. We got the Courtesan, the Spy Master, the New Emperor, the Warlock, the Imperial Guard, the Mage Breaker, the Executioner, and the Assassin with their bases. And what these other baggies are that I'm kind of opening up here, I'll just throw them all in here so they don't get lost and just keep one out. But it looks like there's these temples or castles that you're going to build. And of course, I open the bottom and the top. Now I need to get the middle out of this bag. But I kind of saw it in the book there. So you got these. I'm assuming this goes on top of that. Oh, I can't tell if it snaps in. Nope, I think it just sits in there. Feels like it should snap in, but I'm not going to force it in right now. But it kind of just sits in there. And then you have this thing that goes on top of there to where you make the little castle on the... get my fat fingers out of the way to kind of show you what you're going to be making on the board. And we got some more baggies here with some stuff on them. This looks like a kind of similar thing. It looks like, I don't know if these go together or not. But there's like these little round towers here. Oh. And I saw these look like little walls. Like little wooden walls built out of poles. I'm not sure what these are. It says threat trackers. Oh yeah. So these just look like, you could see if you can make it out. It looks like a little octopus tentacle of some sort. But it looks like those little trackers like you're going to put on something. There's a lot of threat. It worries me, but heard the game's hard, so we'll see. All right. Then we got dice here, which, like I said, I noticed I got some more dice. I don't know if they just sent me an extra pack, or it might have been one of the options on the Kickstarter where I could get an extra pack of dice. Because it looks like about 5 of each color. Which, 1, 2, 3, looks like is what's in this bag. So, probably just an extra set of dice. If they had an option to get extra dice, I kind of would have chosen it. So the yellow one's got 4 sides with that and 2 blanks. The blue one's got 3 of those skulls with 2 defenses and a blank. The purple looks like it has 3 of those skulls, along with a skull and a lightning bolt, a double lightning bolt and a blank. The white, usually the worst of them. Let's see, it's got a skull, shield, skull and shield, blank, blank, blank. Think that's all of them. Did I do them all? Oh, I missed the black one. And the black one does not have a blank side. Double skull, 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 lightning bolt, triple skull. So, we go. And now I do have this extra set of dice, I guess. Looks like we have some large wooden chits here. Seeing if they're all the same. No, they do have different symbols on them. Well, most of them do. All right. So this one's got a unique one. Assuming the Legion are the bad guys is what I'm assuming these two were. And these are probably one for each faction because it's got the same symbol. Looks like a diamond. I'm not going to bust these out. They just look like your typical red plastic resin B, like gemstones. And then we have 2 packs of cards to go through. Well, 3 if we're including the little thing. And then we still have the promo or the expansion. All right, right off the bat, I'm going to talk about these cards are really thick. And they have a nice finish on them. Like, this is a great quality that they put into this. I don't know how many times I can say like a lot. But yeah, no, these are, I mean, nice thick cards. We're going to start with the tarot size looking ones, which looks like 4 player aids, which most overlooked rules, and then dice distribution and whatnot. And these all seem the same. Then we have the Destroyer here, the Seer, the Traitor, the Wanderer, the Witch, the Archon, the Hunter, the Wall. Then next, we have the Chaos Horde. You can see all these here. I know my fat thumb's covered up some wording. Find a better way to hold these. Then we have the Imperial Legion. All right. And then we have 2 more decks of the big cards. We got one which says Quest. Looks like there's a ton of different quests here. I'll just kind of flip through them quickly here. But it is hard to sift through these quickly because of the thickness of the cards. I mean, while it is awesome, I'm glad they did this. It just makes it hard to sift through. But man, these cards could definitely take a beating. I'm quite impressed with these cards alone. Hope the game is amazing. We're going to find out. And then we have events. Hoping this means like random events. But yep, they show like 4, 3. Well, I can show the art on the backs of each because each chapter has its own art. I mean, if these events are done right, you're talking about replayability alone right there. Where if you're only using a few of these events randomly in each game. Guess it would have been better if I would have separated these out so you can see the escalation between chapters. I'm in chapter 3 at the moment. Still in 3. And now we're in the 4. Cool, that is the large cards. All right, so we have 8 decks with, I'm assuming each faction, because they each had 2 different heroes. And like I said, I could go through each of these cards, but this video is already going to be long enough since we have the expansions to still go through. So I'm just going to show a few here. These do have the same quality as the cards that the large cards did. These are very thick with a nice linen finish. And you can just see some of the differences here. Here's the Assassins, the Beastmasters. Oh, at least show at least 3 or 4. Oh, that card looked different. Oh, leadership. I guess. Oh, yeah. It says when you gain this, gain 3 resources and choose leadership or guile and place it on your hero card. So you get to gain a stat. That's kind of cool. Swordmasters. And sorry, like I said, normally I would go through every single card, but this video is already going to be long enough just because we have the one mini expansion. Shouldn't take too long, but I'm hoping the other expansion has a ton of new cards and a ton of new expansion stuff to it. I ain't gonna lie, I kickstarted this so far back, I do not remember everything that was supposed to be in the Kickstarter. Guess I could have looked at that before starting the video, but we're already here. Let's see. But you can see each character is going to have something that's going to kind of make them a little bit more unique, it looks like. I don't know if these ones that sound like the same thing as some of the units were called. If that just means that if you're choosing this person, this is what those particular units do under that person's leadership. But sounds cool. All right, so that's all the heroes, or I guess the unique characters. Then we have another deck, says Druid on, which I did notice a spot on one of the boards that mentioned Druid. It's not a very big deck, trying to show all the cards, but I already saw a couple stuck together there. And then we have an item deck, which you can see there's quite a bit here. So looks like there's some that there are 2 of and whatnot in the deck, but some items that can be picked up. And I'm not showing every single one, just showing some of them. But cool. And then, like I said, you can see that's quite a bit. And like I said, these cards are pretty thick. Like, I'm not like trying to actively bend it, but I am bending and it's not giving. And then we have this little mini expansion, which said already it's an item deck, so I'm assuming it's just going to be some more items. Whew, those did not want to come out of there. All right. Does look like they are just more items. It does not say on the box how many. But yep. So some more items. It's like a little mini expansion. All right. Let's take a look at that expansion and see what it adds in. I know it's already kind of a long one, but we're going to go ahead and take a look at the expansion, because this was everything I got with the Kickstarter. All right, safety choking hazard thing again. More cardboard punch outs. Looks like if those are any indication from the base game, is that might be 4 new factions, because which would be kind of cool if it's 4 whole new factions. And something new here, I'm seeing omens. We got the Uprising Rulebook, where it's got the contents. Arch Nemesis. Expansion factions. This looks more like a storybook, or is this a campaign maybe? And then now we're just in the art. A lot of pretty art here. Yeah, this is just like a book. So I'm not seeing anything that makes me think it's a campaign. It just reads like it's a book. But that's kind of cool. And yep, we already saw, it said new factions. So as we see here, well, I guess I can show the name of them first. We have the Ituma. And we got Razorbacks, Drivers, Herdmaster, Tricerahogs. All right, and what we got here? The Tuathon. Got the Stone Shells, Crab Riders, Harpooners, and Reef King. I already know someone who's going to want to play this one. And Renegade Legion, Marksmen, Legionnaires, Lizard Riders, Orgons, War Lizard. And the Huquan. They don't have very many, but it looks like they got... Did the others have that? I don't remember seeing walls. Maybe there's different with the walls and towers, but we got Iron Hooves here, Stalkers, and Zealots. Looks kind of like cat people. And then, looks like, since we got 4 new factions, 4 new faction trays. Says the Herd. I heard that. It does not look like, it looks like these are all kind of mixed into the trays in weird ways, but we got the Stormbringer, the King of the Plagues, the Harvester, we got Eve, and Kaiush. I'm hoping... Oh, no, I don't know. I was thinking that might be a plastic, but not. It's got a little bit of scratching there, but Kaiush. So I showed you the heroes first, but this looks like their units here. Black scorpion looking crab thing. Crab people. All right, and then I have not shown that one yet. Got the Inquisitor here. The Draco Lich. The Butcher. The Empress. All right, got a purple cube there. These look like the Boar Riders and stuff. There's the... Oh, and I had a red cube, but so did another one. I think I showed you one of those already. Yep, red cube. Wait. Now this one has 3, but I think it's because it looks like... I think it's the one that had only a few units. Oh, come on, focus. But we got the Herd here. And then looks like 2 heroes. There we go. All right. See the white cube there. Blue cube unit. White cube. Got a... These look like maybe dinosaur type people or lizard folk. That one looks different. Yeah, the rest of these look the same. We have the 2 heroes. I'm going to have to go back and put them in their proper trays here. Separate them out. Alright, didn't see anything different in those. Oh, these the cat people. Yeah, these look like the cat people. There you go. And don't have to open these up. It just looks like these are the 4 big wooden chits and the cities for those factions. But we will take a closer look at these cards and these. So let me zoom in on those. We got the Horde here. Imperial Legion. Imperial Legion. Well, first one set the Inquisitors, the Butcher. Chaos Horde. The Stormbringer. Chaos Horde. The King of Plagues. And then we got the Shepherd here. The Oracle. The Wayfarer. So maybe, because I noticed there were 2 heroes in each faction. So maybe you only get to play one of the heroes, which can add to the replayability, because each time you play the different, and I'm assuming these are the baddies, but you play someone different, and that replay on top of how other people react and stuff can give a lot of replayability to a game. That's all the big tarot size looking cards. Then we have the small cards. And then it looks like each person has, or each character has their own unique deck. Oh, I don't know which way that one goes. Leadership, Guile. But, which can add to some stuff also. So I don't know if I can go through all these. I mean, it's not many cards. But yeah, you can see, and I mean, each of them have, just like we saw with the others, their own deck with their own abilities. And I'm just showing some of them here. Just because showing you every single card would just take forever, with especially how thick these cards are, because they're not separating out too well. I do like how thick these cards are. Makes me almost feel like I don't need to sleeve them, but Fertility of the Herd, Herd Master. Lore of the Herd. Here's the Vagabond. He's a Far Strider, or Flanking Strike. Looks like a stat boost time. Tireless Hunt. Zealots. That seemed like a lot. I'll try to cut down the video as much as possible. Sorry I didn't go through every single card, but you can see so much diversity in just each faction and each character. Thank you for watching, and have a great day.